Hi guys, and welcome to the video. So we have Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 1 Episode 4. Now I'm not sure whether this is Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 1 Episode 4 or this is Star Trek Deep Space Nine Season 4 Episode 7 Starship Down, because it's pretty much identical. This is basically the same episode. And I'm going to give you a rundown of the episode. It's going to be actually a lot quicker than any other rundown I've done, because it's so derivative and it's so goddamn similar to that episode. You might as well just go and watch Starship Down. It's a better episode, for God's sake. So the basic breakdown of this episode, okay? Spoilers ahead. I'm going to spoil the episode, but I'm not going to explain everything that happened, because a lot of it is just purely stupid. So the Enterprise is on its way to a colony that has some very bad atmosphere, and they are bringing the technology needed to revitalize their atmosphere. The colony has been attacked, and they don't know who did it. The landing party beam down. They say, oh no, who did this? You know, there's blood everywhere. There's dogs that are making people jump. And Discount Drummer, she's not impressed with that at all. She does not like people laughing or showing emotion in any way. The Enterprise discovers a ship in orbit and they beam the away team up. It's actually the survivors from the colony on this ship that they found. They can't beam them aboard because they haul radiation or something. And they have to send an umbilical, so an umbilical comes out of the Enterprise and docks with the ship. It turns out that the Gorn attacked the colony, and they have been waiting to attack anyone who rescues this ship. So the Gorn attack, they destroy the umbilical, and the Enterprise is quite clearly outmatched, outgunned, and it's not good. So Pike orders the Enterprise to go in the atmosphere of a brown dwarf, which is essentially a gas giant that's a failed star. And then it becomes a game of cat and mouse in the atmosphere of this gas giant, which happens to be orbiting a black hole. So the atmosphere is being pulled off the planet by the black hole, but they're in the atmosphere of this planet, and they have to go further and further down. If they go too far down, they get crushed. The Gorn are chasing them inside. Yeah, it was just Starship Down. The only difference with this is they slingshot round the black hole to get out of it. There's a load of problems, of course, because it's Strange New Worlds. You know, there's I mean, they get out of it in the end, and yeah, of course we know this because it's the Enterprise and it's a prequel, and we know the Enterprise survives. There's elements of other episodes in there, okay? So there's elements of Disaster, the Next Generation episode, where the Enterprise hits a quantum filament and everyone's isolated off from one another because the damage is too bad. Beverly and Geordi, they're locked in the cargo bay with a bunch of containers that can explode and a plasma fire that's very close to those containers. So they have to put the plasma fire out by opening the cargo bay doors to, jettison it all out into space, and they have to survive. Now, it's very similar in this episode. You've got Hemera and Uhura. They're trapped in a shuttle bay or whatever it is with this ticking time bomb that could destroy the Enterprise. As soon as they went into the gas giant, I was thinking, this has been done before, guys. You're just picking episodes again, aren't you? That's all you're doing. You're just picking episodes and saying, yeah, that works. Let's do that. But let's put a little twist on it. So, I mean, that sums it up. There's ridiculous things that happen in this episode. For example, they get out of the gas giant. Its atmosphere is being pulled away by the black hole, which means the Enterprise can't hide for very long in this brown dwarf gas giant. It suddenly started accelerating when the plot needed it to, and started happening faster. The Enterprise is slowly getting crushed. We don't see it on the on the ship render at all. I mean, the episode opens with a little speech from Pike about Starfleet Remembrance Day. So Remembrance Day is always a big deal, no matter whether it's a fictional organization like Starfleet or Remembrance for World War II and all the people that gave their lives for our freedoms, for the life that we have today. The life that we live, and we're ever thankful, and we have Remembrance Day. So Starfleet has a version of Remembrance Day. And everyone wears a Remembrance Day pin. It's wonderful. I thought that was really nice. Everyone's wearing a pin. It's like a poppy, Everyone wears a poppy. Everyone wears a pin. Everyone except Discount Drummer. I ain't going to wear no pin. I don't need to wear a pin. I don't want to wear it. You know why? Because I don't like to live in the past. I like to live now. And there's no point in remembering the past. The past is the past, and the past is dead. Yeah, it's not really about that, is it? It's about remembering those who gave their fucking lives. You disrespectful fuck. She doesn't wear a pin because of what happened in the past. How narcissistic is she? I don't like to think about the past. My past. It's not about your past. It's about the past. And the people who have given their fucking lives. Shit on a stick. So she walks onto the bridge and says, I'm not wearing my pin. I don't need to wear my pin. And number one's just a tosser. And she just goes, all right, calm down. You don't have to wear your pin. It's like, no. Stop being disrespectful and wear your fucking pin. Ortegas is fucking so bastard annoying. She's just... Even Pike's getting sick of her at this point. There's loads of moments where she quips. She's got these quips. And Pike's just like, what are you doing? The look on his face is bloody priceless. I mean, when Pike orders the Enterprise into the atmosphere of the gas giant, she goes, what about the black hole? The one orbiting the big black hole, and Pike goes, one problem at a time. Then when he says, we're going into the gas giant atmosphere, she sits there and she goes, okay, we're going into the gas giant of death, I guess. I mean, yeah, I knew I wouldn't like the character. I knew, so I don't like Ortegas, and I don't like La'an, Discount Drummer. I mean, you could say that La'an had a character moment, and she evolved slightly, and she did. There was that element there. They have to try and fool the Gorn. There was a few moments where I did sort of think, actually, you know what? That wasn't too bad. Yeah, all right, I'll let you have that one. There was a scene with Spock and Discount Drummer. Spock mind melds with her, and we get to see what happened, a little bit of what happened in a tragic backstory with the Gorn. Except we don't see the Gorn in this episode. It's literally just their ships and a few clicking sounds. It didn't feel new. The show's called Strange New Worlds, but it's not treading any new ground. It's not changing anything. It's just, we asked for episodic, we got episodic. It's just bland characters coming up with stupid ways to solve a problem. And the writers going, oh, I like that episode. Let's do that. It's absolutely stupid. There's a lot of moments in this episode, and there's a lot of stuff I'm missing out. The episode was Starship Down, okay, and it had elements of disaster in it. The show just isn't doing anything new. I mean, it's very hard to do something new. I know it's really hard to do something new. I said this in my last video. It's very hard to write something new and truly original. You're always going to have to... It's the old Simpsons did it, isn't it? The Simpsons have done it. The Simpsons have done everything. Simpsons did it. Well, Star Trek's already done this. It's done this episode. To be fair, yeah, I'm beginning to agree with some of the comments in my comment section and some of the articles that I've been reading, that it is a reboot of Star Trek. It's a complete reboot. Because they're just recycling the same old ideas. Now, I could give you a full rundown on the episode, but I don't really see the point, because I might as well just tell you all about Starship Down and how awesome that episode is. The Enterprise goes into the atmosphere of a gas giant to evade an enemy ship. They use a torpedo to lay like a mine to destroy one of the ships. And the torpedo looks like one of the Tron bikes, to be fair. It looks absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. It's just blue neon. They've even put LED strip lights on the goddamn torpedoes. So you've got all the tension, you've got the ship being crushed under the atmospheric pressure, and you've got a ticking time bomb with Hema and Uhura in the cargo bay that could go off at any minute. Does it sound familiar? Because in Starship Down, the Defiant is being crushed. It is in the atmosphere of a gas giant trying to rescue somebody, and is being pursued by the Jem'Hadar. It's being crushed in the atmosphere, and there's a bomb, a torpedo, sticking in the side of the ship, which Quark and the guy was played by James Cromwell. I can't remember his name. They had to disarm it. I mean, it's the same thing. They have to disarm this bomb, but it's different because they threw in a little bit of disaster from the Next Generation. I'm not impressed by what I'm seeing. There was a few moments where I did think, yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, all right, yeah, I'll let you have that. And Discount Drummer, she did put the pin on at the end of the episode. Yeah, I know this is not my usual type of review, but I didn't see the point in going through step by step everything that happened, because I'd much rather review Starship Down. Starship Down I thought was a great tense episode. So yeah, I mean that's the episode. The Enterprise gets attacked by the Gorn, goes into a gas giant, gets out the gas giant, and they slingshot around a black hole to get out. If you're looking for more detail than that, I've got nothing to give you. Aside from the characters, some of the characters were super annoying. And I'm thinking, you know, with all the peril that's on this ship and all the things that can happen on this ship, why is Mbenga still keeping his sick daughter in a transporter when the ship could be crushed in the atmosphere of a gas giant? Why wouldn't you have her in the transport buffer of a starbase? She should be safe. She'll have a team, a medical team. It's not as if what she has is the taboo or anything. She's ill. Leave her at Starfleet Medical. Yes, somewhere out here is the cure. Well, go and find the cure and bring it back to her where she's safe and your ship's not going to get imploded in the atmosphere of a gas giant in a massively derivative way. And, you know, I know people, the detractors will say, it's not completely the same, it's slightly different. But the whole core concept is pretty much the same. If you liked this episode and you like this show, brilliant. Enjoy it. Go enjoy it. Fantastic. But all I'm seeing is Star Trek ideas that worked being turned into Star Trek ideas that don't work. Or land flat. I mean, number one, she's a complete and utter idiot. Oh, I've got my insides hanging out. Hang on a minute. I'll be okay. Just give me a stapler. I need a stapler. Give me a stapler. I'll go into the bridge. It's where I'm needed. Instead of going, you know what? Actually, I'm kind of fucked. Discount Drummer, you need to go to the bridge. I'm going to go to sickbay. Because you know, and then she goes to sickbay, and then he goes, just patch me up. I'll go to the bridge. No, I tell you what, I'm fine. I'm leaking down to my ankles, but I'm fine. I'm just gonna go. And then she turns around, goes back to sickbay, and goes, actually, I was wrong. Oh no, she's dedicated and everything, but come on, you're leaking. You know, you're leaking blood everywhere. Pike has nothing to do. I mean, there was one thing that made me laugh and then made me sort of frown, and it's they're in the middle of this crisis. Yeah, okay, so another crisis. They're being crushed by this gas giant. Fine. And Ortega's comes out with some quips, as she does. She's super annoying. She's like, oh, I'm going to quip again. And then she quips, and instead of Pike going, listen, we're in a crisis situation. Shut the fuck up and do your job. Yeah? Do your job. What you're there to do. Stop with the childish quipping and get on with the job. Now, there was a load of stupid things, and I'm missing a fuck ton of them. But can I be bothered to talk about this episode? I mean, fucking hell. Starship Down. I've just done reviewing Starship Down, but shit. Anyway, that's pretty much all I'm going to say on this episode. This show is proving once again, time and time again, episode after episode is proving that it has no original ideas at all. It's called Strange New Worlds. It might as well just be called Strange Worlds You've Seen Before. It's going to be Drummer's intro to Star Trek, isn't it? It'd be like, space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its ongoing mission to seek out new life and new civilizations. To boldly go where Star Trek has gone before and make it shit. Anyway, that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, then hit that like button. And if you are new here and you like the content on my channel, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. It would really help me out. I can't tell you how thankful I am to everyone who supports the channel. It's been absolutely brilliant, the response. So I really appreciate everybody's time. I really appreciate everyone stopping by to certainly watch me ramble on week after week. So next week is a 2-review extravaganza again, except it's going to be The Orville. The Orville is airing next Thursday, so I shall be reviewing that, and I shall be reviewing the next episode of Strange New Worlds. Until then, look after yourselves, look after one another, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.
I need the silence, stop the violence of the war in my head. Time's the healer, the eraser of all done and said. As I fall back to my shelter, I know I'll only find peace in your smile.